I'd like to thank those of you that are waiting in the waiting room for joining us here for the 7th Avenue North Intersections Project online virtual meeting. We're going to give it a few minutes while some more folks kind of show up. We'll probably start here around 6:03 p.m.
Okay, I think we will go ahead and get started here. Thank you for joining us for the 7th Avenue North Intersections Project virtual open house and live question and answer session. During the online session, MDT and project team members will provide an overview of the project and talk about planned construction activities. A live question and answer session will be held immediately following the presentation to answer your questions. To participate in the Q&A session, locate that Q&A button on the bottom of your screen. That will allow you to type in and submit questions during the presentation, and we will hold all questions and answer them after the presentation. The online sessions will be recorded, and a copy of the recording will be posted on the project website. Please invite your neighbors, coworkers, and friends that couldn't attend the session today to view the presentation by visiting the project's website. The website address will be shown at the end of the presentation. And next, I'm going to turn it over to Dave Cunningham with MDT.
Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you for coming to this meeting. Again, my name is Dave Cunningham, and I'm the Butte District Construction Engineer. MDT's mission is to plan, build, operate, and maintain a safe and resilient transportation infrastructure to move Montana forward. MDT is looking forward to seeing the benefits of the 7th Avenue Intersections Project. With construction starting in July, MDT Construction wanted to take this opportunity to describe the project and the steps we are taking to make this project go as smoothly as possible for the public. We thank you for participating in today's presentation and questions and answer sessions, and appreciate your interest and engagement in this project. Before we begin our presentation, I'd like to do a quick round of introductions with our project team. And again, I am Dave Cunningham. I am the Butte District Construction Engineer, and up next we have Chad Mosel.
Hi everyone, I'm Chad Mosel. I'm MDT's Construction Project Manager for this project.
And we have Tom Etchart.
Hello everyone, Tom Etchart with Knife River, and I'll be the project manager for Knife River.
Thanks, Tom. Brandon?
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brandon Coates with RBCI. We are doing the public outreach for construction on this project. We'll be the first line of communication in getting information out during construction.
And Andy.
Hi there, I am Andy Barsness. I also work in public involvement for RBCI.
Thanks, Andy. And with that, I'm going to turn the microphone over to MDT Construction Project Engineer, Chad Mosel.
Thanks, Dave. My name is Chad Mosel, and I'm the MDT Project Manager for the 7th Avenue Intersections Project. The Montana Department of Transportation is making improvements to a busy section of 7th Avenue in Bozeman between West Main Street and the intersection with Nichols and Wheat Drive. The project includes a crack seal and seal and cover or chip seal, in addition to milling and repaving to address running at some intersections. Two intersections with 7th Avenue North, Peach Street and Oak Street, will be widened as a part of this project to better facilitate traffic flow. Construction is anticipated to begin in late July 2025 and will be substantially completed later this fall. The contractor will likely apply the chip seal in 2026 construction season due to temperature and weather limitations. This project will enhance the flow of traffic along 7th Avenue, improve the improve the operations of side streets, and help pedestrian and vehicle traffic move more safely and efficiently. Peach Street will be widened and the shoulder on Oak Street will be restored. This will change the traffic configuration of these two streets where they intersect 7th Avenue North. The signals at intersections in the project will be upgraded to help better facilitate the flow of traffic. Currently, there are ruts in the driving surface of 7th Avenue North that affect both the ride quality and longevity of the roadway. The crack seal, chip seal, and resurfacing work will address wear and tear on the roadway and ensure the road can continue to serve the traveling public. Sidewalks and signals in the project area will be upgraded to be Americans with Disabilities Act or ADA compliant. These upgrades will help pedestrians to travel the project area with improved safety and ease of use. Traffic control may shift and change during the project, but in general, motorists can expect intersection sidewalk closures and pedestrian detours, brief on-street parking disruptions during pavement work. Flaggers may direct traffic at times, temporary nighttime lane closures, reduced speed limits, delays at times, and wide loads may be restricted at times. Additionally, at least one access to businesses will remain open during construction. While the chip seal is taking place, there may be periods of approximately half an hour when approaches must be closed to allow proper curing, and that also applies to paving as well. Now, I'll turn it over to Andy Barsness with RBCI to discuss the next steps.
Thanks, Chad. Keeping the public informed throughout project construction is a high priority for MDT. MDT is planning to use a variety of methods to communicate with the public during the construction of the project. These methods will include mailers, news media, social media, email, text messages, and updates to the project website. Information to sign up for construction updates will be available on the next slide. And with that, I would like to thank you for participating in today's meeting. I'd like to remind you that you can use the Q&A button again on the bottom of your screen to submit any comments or questions you have at this time. If you have any comments or questions at any time, please feel free to contact me using the information at the bottom of this slide, which is that email, andy@rbci.net, or 406-333-0062. I'd also like to encourage anyone who would like routine updates about the status of construction to sign up for construction updates using the information in the box on this slide. Construction email and text updates are very often the first way that project information is distributed to the public, and these updates can be a valuable resource to anyone who commutes through the project area regularly. So again, I'd like to thank you all for joining in the presentation today, and next I will turn it over to Brandon Coates to begin the question and answer.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, so now we're in the question and answer period. And as Andy described, there's a Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. Should pop open a little text box, and feel free to ask any questions through that. And as they come in to the project team, we will answer those questions. If you don't have any questions currently, but you do have questions that come up after this presentation and this Q&A session, as Andy indicated, feel free to email him or give us a call, and we will be available throughout construction to answer questions and provide information about construction and construction activities as well. So. Doesn't look like we have any questions coming in currently. I think we'll give it another 2 minutes here, and if we don't have any questions, then we'll go ahead and conclude for the evening and this presentation. Looks like we do have a question came in. This question is from Scott. Scott says, I realize this is not MDT, but stunningly 5th and Main has been closed for over a year and can't get through. Will 7th and Main also be closed? Chad or Dave, would one of you like to answer that question?
Yeah, not a problem. Right now, 7th and Main will not be closed for this project. The only work we'll have coming up to the project is there will be the steel and cover coming up to Main and from 7th and Main heading south, but not even into the intersection of Main. So that'll be the most we'll have on this project at that location.
Thank you, Dave. And as Andy talked about earlier, if you go to the project website, there are ways to sign up to get email updates as well as text updates. And we will be sending out updates probably on a weekly basis, if not more, if there's activities that are going to affect traffic significantly. We'll get that information out as quickly as we can. The email and text updates are our fastest method for getting that information out. And then we will also be updating the website. There's a project update or construction updates page on the website that will have that information. Another good source for construction updates, not just this project, but around the state, all projects, is the 511mt.net website or app. There is some toggles on there as well that you can turn on construction, and you can see the construction zones, and when you click on those, they give you a little bit of a disclaimer, little information about those activities, especially restrictions and closures and detours and those kind of things. So I think with that, unless we have any other questions coming in, we'll probably go ahead and conclude this presentation for the evening. And we just want to thank you again for joining us. Oh, got another question. There we go. Perfect. Scott asked also why chip seal instead of another process, given the damage it can cause to cars. Dave, is that a question that you want to answer as well?
Yeah, I can come up with that. So chip seal kind of does a few things, and we do have other methods that cost quite a bit more, substantially more, and take a lot more time to do. But a chip seal lasts the longest. It keeps the surface the roughest for the longest, so you can have creating the friction on there for the traveling public, and then it also has the oil and the chips on top of it, which preserves that pavement from degrading sooner. And it's the quickest method we have. Yes, I agree. It's a pain, but we can typically do a project in this size in just a few days and get it swept. And then once it's swept, then it's painted and lasts the longest for pavement preservation purposes.
Thank you, Dave. And Scott says thank you for the meeting and the Q&A. Thank you, Scott, for joining us. And I'll send out the invite here one more time. If there's any questions, feel free to pop them in there. And again, if anytime you have any questions later on, feel free to reach out to us as well. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this evening's presentation. Again, thank you for participating, and feel free to reach out to us at any time.